I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. As you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So today's video is how do we put together a routine from Paula'S Choice for anti-aging and anti-pigmentation for skin of colour. If that sounds good to you, give me a thumbs up. Let's dive right in. Now, what happens as we age? As we age, two main things happen. Number one, we have less glucosaminoglycans. Those are the water magnets that basically hold water in the top layer of skin, and that's why your skin feels drier. It looks duller and you get superficial wrinkles faster. People really do underestimate how important hydration and moisturization is as we age. So that's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens for skin of color is that we tend to get more pigmentation. Either the skin looks duller, or the whole face goes darker, or we get little brown marks on the cheeks and they then amalgamate, they basically form patches, and then they spread across the face. So actually, anti-aging for skin of color is very different to an anti-aging product for Caucasian skin, because for Caucasian skin, they really need to be focusing more on peptides and stimulating collagen, whereas for us, we need to be focused more on hydration and tyrosinase inhibitors to reduce hyperpigmentation. And this is the reason why an anti-aging cream that you find sitting on a shelf in your local drugstore is unlikely to benefit you much if you have skin of color. And this is the reason this whole channel exists, so that you are educated and empowered when it comes to skincare. You can turn and look at the back of your ingredients. You can see what exactly is in the product, not just go with what the marketing bump says, because often what the marketing says is not what is in the product. In fact, I'm not going to name the brand, but a few months ago did a review of a very well-known brand. It was an anti-aging cream, and there was not a single anti-aging ingredient in the entire product, but it was an expensive product and all the marketing was geared towards anti-aging. What I'm trying to create here is our community of Dr. V Inky hackers. Inky stands for INCI. Inky is the ingredients list at the back of the packaging. So for example, this is the Dr. V Facial Pigmentation Kit. If you look at the back here, these ingredients, that's called the Inky list. And you should be able, if you've watched 10 of my videos, you should be able to look at your own products and decode what half of it means. You should also be helping your loved ones with their skincare. That's a typical trait of a Dr. V Inky hacker. The other traits are that you basically have the best skin of your life and you don't waste any money on marketing. So my aim is to create as many Dr. V Inky hackers as possible, because this very strange phenomenon happens that as this channel grows and as you guys become more empowered and you vote with your money, brands start to listen. It really is phenomenal, and suddenly brands will come to me and say, can you help me with this formula, help me with this formula, and I will help for free, because my aim is to make sure that you have access to the best skincare possible. Right, so Paula'S Choice, I actually really love this brand and I talk about it all the time. If you go and follow me on Instagram as well, you'll see Dr. V approved products. Again, nothing has ever been sponsored, nothing will ever be sponsored. It is based fully on the product and the ingredients. I love Paula'S Choice and a lot of their products come up. I wouldn't say I love every single one of their products, so do watch the Paula'S Choice video if you want to know which ones I would say to avoid. But today's video is really putting together the routine for anti-aging. So because we lose hyaluronic acid, number one, we want more humectants in our skincare, so things like glycerin, urea, sodium hyaluronate. Number two, we tend to get more inflammation as we age in our skin, so we want to use and look for anti-inflammatories, things like aloe or panthenol. And the third category of ingredients I want you to start using are tyrosinase inhibitors. Those are the ingredients that slow down the melanocyte and help with your hyperpigmentation. Those are the three ingredients that we need in our anti-aging skincare routine, specifically for skin of color. So tyrosinase inhibitors include things like vitamin C, alpha-arbutin, licorice extract. Now I would say Paula'S Choice doesn't really specialize in pigmentation, and so they don't have that many products that have been designed for pigmentation. So I've done my best with what they have, and I'm giving you other options from cheap brands as well, more affordable brands as well, to plug that gap in this routine. So your AM routines, first of all, you wash with the hydrating cleanser, for example, Resist Anti-Aging Hydrating Cleanser. The number one mistake people make is that they strip their skin, they overwash their skin, or they're using cleansers with surfactants that are too harsh. So this is very important, especially for aging skin that is already dry and is already looking dull, is choosing the right cleanser. So I really like this cleanser. The next thing I would say for your toner is to use one that's water-based because it can dissolve more actives in it. So I like their Resist Anti-Aging Toner. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, green tea extract, lots of skin restorers and antioxidants. So it's not going to dry your skin. The biggest mistake you make with toners is using one with denatured alcohol in it. So it gives you that quick dry feeling, but at the same time, you're basically water is evaporating from your skin too, so that dries your skin. Again, this is the opposite of what we're trying to achieve, so make sure your products are NAF safe, no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. For your SPF 50, I do tend to prefer mineral sunscreens, but they don't have a mineral sunscreen. Instead, they've got the SPF 50 moisturizing chemical sunscreen. I do like a few things about it. Number one, it is NAF safe. It is SPF 50, which I'm always going to urge you to buy. It is invisible on skin of color, so it's actually one of my favorite chemical sunscreens for skin of color. Considering I prefer mineral over chemical, this would be one of my favorite chemical sunscreens. Okay, so the next in the evening, so your PM, is again cleanse with your Resist Anti-Aging Hydrating Cleanser, then tone using the same tone, your replenishing toner, the Resist version. And then chemical exfoliation. So you are going to have a mini heart attack now, because I'm about to tell you to use a 5% AHA glycolic daily smoothing treatment. So as you know, I would say up to 5% is fine for glycolic acid. It's just I've never recommended a glycolic acid product before, I think. This may well be the first. I do like that it's NAF safe as well. So it's got no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils, and it's 5%. So I'm happy with that. The only thing I would say is that I would change and modify the instructions a little bit for skin of color. I would say use it at night, wash it off after 5 to 10 minutes, because I'd like you to basically remove the top layer of dead skin and improve penetration of the ingredients, the actives I'm about to tell you. So even though the website tells you to leave it on all night, I probably wouldn't recommend that for skin of color. I would say do 5, 10, even up to 20 minutes, then rinse it off. Your skin is going to look brighter because you basically dissolved the bonds that are holding the dead skin cells together, and then you've washed it off and sloughed off all the dead skin cells. So immediately your skin is going to look brighter and you're going to have better penetration of actives. So that's the only thing I would change. Is I'm happy with the product, but the instructions I would modify. Now, if your main issue is anti-aging, then the day you've exfoliated, I'm happy for you to use their peptide booster to stimulate collagen. If your main issue is pigmentation, then they actually don't have any serums that I would recommend to wear after you've exfoliated that are tyrosinase inhibitors. I'd rather you purchase alpha-arbutin from The Ordinary and use that on the skin if pigmentation is your main issue. So I know we're focusing on Paula'S Choice today, but alpha-arbutin's fairly easy to get hold of, and I just want you to tailor it to your skin. And on the days that you are not exfoliating, I would be happy for you to use the 0.3% retinol because it's anti-aging and it's great for pigmentation too. It's also an antioxidant. Then you must moisturize, because once you put your serums on, some people forget to moisturize. They think that their skin feels wet enough. The problem is that those serums that you've applied to your skin tend to have a high water content, and water evaporates from the skin. Actually, you need to have an emulsion, which is a cream that is going to trap water on the skin. So you're creating a healing environment for your skin, for the actives to work in its optimal environment at nighttime without any assault taking place from UV, wind, etc. So don't forget to moisturize. I do like the Anti-Age Clear Skin Hydrator with vitamin C, niacinamide, and green tea extract. This routine is great for dull aging skin. I'm hoping that that is going to give you the perfect dream skin that you want, but if hyperpigmentation is more of an issue for you, then this is unlikely to shift that. The reason being that for skin of color, we really need a cocktail of tyrosinase inhibitors, of about 8 to 10 different tyrosinase inhibitors at the correct percentages to lighten hyperpigmentation. So try this for 3 to 6 months. If you're happy and you have the perfect skin, great, you just stop there and you continue with that. If however you've still got the hyperpigmentation and it's affecting your confidence, then you can upgrade to the facial pigmentation kit. That's the Dr. V facial pigmentation kit from Skincare by Dr. V, and that's got 8 to 10 tyrosinase inhibitors specifically for skin of color. So hopefully you don't need to get that, and that's fine, but I basically created it because I wanted an option for my global skin of color family to be able to upgrade to something. These single actives or 2 or 3 actives together may help for some people, but the vast majority it's probably not going to help with pigmentation that's been there for a long time, especially if it's dark and stubborn. So I just wanted you to have an option. Right, don't forget to download your free guide, link is down below. Don't forget I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so please be here so I can answer your questions. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic and Skincare by Dr. V, and on TikTok, Dr. Vanita Rattan. Thank you very much for watching.